Bienvenue à toutes et à tous les amis, j'espère que vous allez bien. On continue notre petite aventure sur HONKAI STAR RAIL. Alors, pour le moment, voilà, vous avez vu une petite amélioration sur Sunday, depuis que là je l'ai invoqué et qu'on l'avait monté niveau 50 sur 50. J'ai tout simplement été attaqué un petit peu aussi, alors les reliques, on en reparlera après. Ça n'a pas changé, mais une petite update par rapport à lui qu'il faudra faire plus tard. Là pour le moment, je peux pas aller plus haut parce que c'est un manque de façon de crédit. Donc pour le moment, il restera 70 sur 80. Je vais essayer d'aller maxer vraiment un maximum de toutes ces petites traces. Surtout aller chercher la capacité bonus, la dernière. Ensuite, on ira chercher, voilà, on va gratter petit à petit. Je vais pas aller chercher tout de suite les grosses traces comme ça, mais plutôt aller maxer ces traces standards, surtout les 3 ici. Un peu comme ça, Triforce. Mais voilà, c'est Sunday, ça va être ça, vous voyez, hein, la thune n'est plus n'est plus au rendez-vous. Donc pour le moment, écoutez, il restera comme ça. Au fur et à mesure, on montera. Au niveau des reliques, une relique que j'ai pas parlé non plus. J'avais commencé à regarder. C'est pas l'horloger. Il y a un nouveau, enfin c'est un nouveau set. Hein. Bon, maintenant ça fait déjà un petit moment qu'il est là. Il est où? C'est pas l'érudition. Semble pas. Quelque chose que je n'ai pas beaucoup. Voilà, c'est le supplice du prêtre qui peut justement nous permettre, si vous n'avez pas encore de set vraiment super propre, vous pouvez mettre 2 prêtres avec 2 hackerspace. Vous allez augmenter au moins déjà la vitesse. Ou sinon, vous mettez un 4 hackerspace, vous augmentez au moins la vitesse directement et vous êtes tranquille. Tout va dépendre de ce que vous avez. Moi, pour le moment, le mieux, c'est d'avoir du hackerspace parce que, bon, là, déjà, je me suis fait carrément, on peut se le dire, hein, carrément démolir hein, sur la petite relique des bots. Mais bon, c'est comme ça. On va aller continuer l'histoire. Et alors, pour le moment, même si Sunday n'est pas foufou, j'ai bien envie, voilà, tout simplement de le mettre dans l'équipe. Ça, on verra ça plus tard. Ça, c'est l'event.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a fond.
Ah, mais moi, j'ai bien envie de faire l'équipe Sunday. Alors, du coup, Yuan, on va prendre leur Sunday. Hein. Yuan, Sunday. Ensuite, on peut éventuellement mettre Sparkle, puisque ça utilise beaucoup de compétences. Ça augmenterait aussi les dégâts crit pour Yuan et mettre Wuo. Voilà, en gros, je pense que ce qui est au mieux, ce serait cette équipe-là. Mais Sparkle, faut que je regarde les reliques, si je peux lui mettre les pièces de Bronia, s'il y en a. J'ai l'impression qu'il n'y en a pas. On va essayer de mettre au mieux, écoutez. Il y en a 2 éventuellement, pourquoi pas. Ouais, ça risque d'être le set de Bronia. On va mettre un 2 attaque, à la limite. La Bronia, il n'y a rien? Attaque pour 100. Je vais essayer d'aller chercher que le supplice. Dégâts crit, je sais que là, voilà, on avait ça. Les bots, ça va être les bots de Bronia. Je sais pas si j'arriverai à faire avec un deuxième hackerspace. Rien d'intéressant. Hein. Oh, je peux pas. On va mettre ça par défaut. Vraiment pour essayer d'avoir un peu de vitesse. Voilà, on est à 135 de vitesse. Là, c'est pas mauvais du tout. On est pas mal. Là, c'est pareil. Il faut qu'on essaye d'aller chercher du dégât crit. Et avec de la vitesse, c'est encore mieux. Donc dans les deux, je peux éventuellement avec celui-ci, c'est une corde. Mon préféré avoir de la recharge. C'est le problème. C'est pour le moment, le stuff est pas encore au point. Par contre, en vrai, je peux lui mettre ça. Je vais pas forcément avoir du mauvais là-dedans. Voilà. Pour commencer. Et on se retourne avec... Oh, bah 207 quand même. Donc en vrai, ça va. Ça va. 140. Impeccable. On est pas mal. On est pas mal. Tout ce qui est coffre, je prends. Bien sûr, il faut le prendre.
I see two bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me. You owe me that much.
Holy moly! Can you get any more conceited?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death. When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due, so why not exercise the right to freedom that I've just regained?
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Oh, come on. Take a joke, will ya?
Sorry, but park facilities are out of order. Refurbishment works are currently underway. Please come back again later.
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I mean... Mr. One Week, please excuse me. I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you. So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourists thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. That there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules. If the enforcer is incapable of introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions will eventually become defiled. This place is no exception. The distorted after-echoes of the Order will only add to the chaos.
Let's see what we have on these notes.
Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf, yet full of worldly strife.
No consumption of food except for burgers. What? No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh. Try me.
Wait, don't!
Ah. Huh. So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
Huh?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you? Wait a sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you. How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dreamweavers. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now? Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something? Please do not use the Dream Jolt troupe, where?
Ok, ils sont passés où? Ouais, now.
Oh, there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
Just one moment.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
Ugh. I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Handle what? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough.
Ok,
Shall we
c'est
give
parti.
this capsule machine a try and see what happens.
Comme par hasard.
Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule? They can't be seriously going that far, right? No. Hey, look out!
Let's play for a while. Feeling spiffy?
Here is thunder!
I heard the call. Serenity is before me.
Follow my charge. Show no mercy.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again!
Get that! Is that it?
I'll go easy this time.
Conflict is pitiless.
Moment and doubt farewell.
Here is thunder.
This mortals watch over you and guide you on your path.
Show no mercy.
Let's play for a while.
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all.
Let's play. Can you find the answer? Feeling spiffy?
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
I can do this! Protect me!
I can't. I'll overcome the thorns. Serenity is before me.
Here
Allez.
is thunder.
Bon, on aura nos ultis pour après.
Oh, did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
Ugh. Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Oh, poubelle véritable.
Do
Vénérable.
not discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in?
N'importe quoi faire le faire.
Something's happening. What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
Mais j'ai bien envie de rejeter les petites choses là.
is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
Whoa. It worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
You never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure.
Ok.
What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now, we should go. This will be a long farewell.
Allez. Partir pour mieux revenir.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on. Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Thank you.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony? We needn't change our plans because of him, but be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days. Come now, it's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do. Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me. Will you at least give me a chance to explain?
I will, but before I do, put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me. Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But, until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You have my gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels. That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony, too?
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
Allez. On y va.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony? Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case?
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here? Or these ladies?
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms? I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason. I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination. Could there be more to it? Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror. It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however. That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by. So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home? Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask him instead? He knows how to present things logically.
Oui, on a plusieurs Tignons sur les bras. J'ai brisé ce stéréotype que tu as...
Not now, of all times. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting-Yun for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but he insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
What happened?
On a complètement raté le défi, je n'ai pas mangé assez de bonbons. Je présente la nana. Elle ne pouvait plus s'arrêter de rire, Matsuena.
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Ting-Yun ate the candy too, but she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Ting-Yuns right in front of us.
What's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind.
causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Mr. Yang? Who's this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
It's been a while, everyone.
You! What's going on?
Ouais, qu'est-ce qui se passe, Miss Yuan, vous avez changé de camp. Je suis en train de rêver.
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain. I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest, but to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
Inutile de revenir sur mes exploits passés, c'était un adversaire coriace. Bon, c'était du travail d'équipe.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yoon. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yoon to her normal self.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting-Yoons aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
Ok. On va mettre sur pause et sauvegarder, bien sûr.
A few games. Wait the time.
Très bien, très bien. Bon, au niveau du succès, il n'y en avait qu'un, hein. Ouais. Les règles sont faites pour être transgressées. Protégez toujours vos maximes. Ok. Bah là, d'après ce que je vois, il y a l'air d'avoir 5 petites quêtes pionnières en plus, quoi. Ok, ok. Bah écoutez les amis, on va s'arrêter ici pour cet épisode. On continuera un peu plus tard. Oh, on a encore des petites choses à aller voir. Je pense qu'on commencera par aller voir les messages et ensuite on signera. Donc les amis, à très bientôt pour de prochaines aventures sur HONKAI STAR RAIL, en espérant que ça vous ait plu. Et salut à tous.